Chaos in the homes.
Chaos in the homes.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
She said konnichiwa.
We talk about chaos.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Mama House. So, I don't know if you picked up yet on what we're going to be talking about. It's 3 in the morning. I think it's like 3:30 in the morning.
It's like, yeah, something like that.
And
my phone's at like 2%. And like
2%. We're going to be talking about chaos.
Chaos.
And like how we're no longer in a chaotic state anymore.
Okay, so tell us your story too, okay? And if you can relate, because we grew up with a very chaotic environment.
Yeah.
So it was always fighting, always screaming, throwing stuff, arguments, everything. Abuse, physical stuff, everything. So as a little kid, I grew up, as a little kid, I was just like, oh, I thought that's how life was. So I brought that into my relationships until I decided to just stay single and realized, wait, it's not, life isn't always chaotic.
No, and it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't, but we were used to that.
Yeah, and that's not good.
No, it's not.
What do you remember in terms of chaos in the home when you were younger?
Okay, so when I recall memories from my childhood, I literally remember it from the point of view of a child. Mm-hmm. So I remember loud. I was, now that I'm older and I have words, I was overstimulated. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. It was loud. The house was sweaty because there was always rice cooking or something. Mm-hmm. So it was always loud. It was a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So it was like, ugh. And I'm also claustrophobic. So like that, I don't really do well with crowds. And that's why I don't really love concerts or like raves and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it was loud, as in like cooking, people fighting, our siblings arguing. And I don't know. Just made me want to like crawl into a hole and be by myself because it was just so loud. And I think people think I'm extroverted, so I like loud and like I laugh loud and stuff, but I like a really calm place. I like stability. Mm-hmm. So that's what I remember.
Yeah. I can relate and remember a lot of that. There was always things going on. It was never really just like quiet unless y'all had all gone somewhere and I was left home alone. But it was very much chaotic a lot of the times. Yeah. And I remember as a little kid, I always just expected arguments every day because that's just what it was. I hated it. I just, like what mom would say, kutuntola. You're tired of it. I was so tired of it. I remember being a little kid, I was just like, there's got to be more to life than this. And that's why every single year on my birthday, I would pray for peace for our family. And
even
I still
from a
pray
young
for
age?
every single day. Yep, peace. And as a kid, you don't really know what peace is, but it wasn't chaos. And I just realized I just want peace and harmony and unity for our family.
Dang, that's when you know it's bad, is when you're asking for something like that as kids. I feel like kids be asking for like, I want a robot.
I want a Barbie doll.
And we were asking for like, can I have peace?
Can we
I have a moment of silence?
And love one another? Wow, I didn't think of it like that. That I should have been focused on like toys, like what probably normal people probably do. I don't know. What do normal people do or wish for when they're a kid? Yeah, but I was thinking, I'm like, God, can we just like all get along and love one another and have peace one day? That's what I was praying for.
Yeah. Yeah, that loudness, like, it's just too much for me. I really want a home full of like peace and love and like, I know I much prefer like a loud happy home, but it wasn't like a loud happy home. It was just a loud angry home. Yeah, sad.
Oh, I would not go back.
So in what ways have you in your adulthood, how have you recovered from that? Like, what do you do differently because of that?
I make sure I get my alone time. I prioritize that like every single day. I'm just alone in my room and I love it. I do what I love, and typically that's like listening to music, whatever I feel calms me. I do that, or I paint, or I play piano, or I play guitar. I just feel like it brings me a sense of like joy and peace just because it's simply what I love. And it's like it relaxes my body. It
Yeah.
regulates my nervous system. So especially after a long day of work or, going on an outing with people, I just need to be alone and do whatever it is that I love. And so that's how I find peace, especially in the midst of all that's going on in the world and with my job or whatever. Like, it's real nice. And especially before bed, I typically give myself time to just scroll on TikTok because I find that to be regulating for myself.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so similar to you, like I kind of create a space catered to me. Growing up, we didn't really have anything that was ours. We shared everything, the space and all. So, like, for me, my space, I make it a space that I love being in. A place that smells the way I want it to smell. Like, for me, I love my bed made a certain way. Like, I really want it done that way. So I really enjoy the sound of nature, whether it's water or trees, like kind of like just dancing in the wind, or music as well. I think that's why I love reading too, because it's like I can just escape into like a different dimension of whatever book I'm reading. So just doing whatever, it really comes down to doing whatever I enjoy. And it's not really loud. It's steady. There's no like surprises. I think growing up it was like, surprise, we're gonna argue, and it's like, oh my gosh, you never know what to expect. And so with an adult, being an adult, I have a routine of what I know I like and can do.
As an adult, I still deal with PTSD of like the chaos. Like even now, when my roomies, like any of my roomies get home from work or whatever and I hear them, I feel like I get anxiety, like, oh, I should probably do something, or I feel like almost as if I'm getting in trouble or I need to be doing something. And I realized that like stems from being a kid and not being able to just relax and be. Like when our parents got home, it felt like the fun was over. It felt like we were in trouble. We had to start doing stuff or else we'd get yelled at and we couldn't make mistakes. And so honestly, it sucks that I'm still having to heal from it. Not trying to complain, but sometimes healing can be so exhausting. And even now I find myself working on that and like having to heal from it. And I know one of our other sisters can also agree, like that stuff is real. And I feel like I don't really hear people talk about that, like healing from what you experience as a child. Still, it's a lot. It can be a lot.
It is a lot, and I think that's why we had so much fun when mom and dad would leave the house. I have so many memories of like when they would leave the house and we would just do stuff. Like no matter what. I remember one time mom and dad had left, and I went into like one of our brother's rooms, and I stood on the doorknobs of a door, and I was just pushing myself back and forth. I'm just like holding the door, and I remember that one time that we were at the laundromat and we came home and two of our brothers were lighting matches on fire. Like we just did whatever, because it's like
that's
we
dangerous.
had such a short amount of time. This time period of having fun was so little.
Like, they're gone. All right, we can do what we want now for now.
OMG, I just thought of something. Remember when mom used to peek?
Oh, they did. Our parents would peek, which means they would come home and come in quietly so that
they can
could
catch
sneak
ya.
up on us. Yeah.
Gotcha. Like, it's like, oh my gosh. So you weren't even safe. Like, you never knew when you were going to get caught, because we got caught.
And at the time, there wasn't like no phones and whatever. Like, so they wouldn't like communicate with us like, hey, we're coming home at this time. They would just
we wasn't doing
home.
Nothing.
Yeah,
we were not bad. I mean, well, besides that match thing, but we didn't do that.
Watching movies, or I remember a lot of times I'd be playing with Barbie dolls.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were really good kids, but like, I don't know why they made us feel like we were so bad.
Yeah, we weren't bad.
No, we weren't. Mom apologized about that, remember? Yeah.
Yeah. She now, like, I'm glad that she is, because she recognizes, like, we weren't bad, period.
She really thought we were some lie, y'all.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to think about, because I'm like, man, you already thought I was. Maybe I should have just been, but no, that's not how it played out. But
we were very well behaved. And I think maybe a little bit too compliant, to the point where we put everyone above ourselves and didn't know how to like love and respect ourselves and stand up for ourselves. And so we grew up, I'll speak for myself, I grew up as a people pleaser because of that, like trying to earn love from my parents or from people or males. Yeah, not doing that no more.
So you were a people pleaser. I guess I was a rule follower.
Mm,
I did
you
that.
really were.
I was a good girl for the
You
most
were.
part. Because I was like, we were programmed that way, each differently.
Mm-hmm.
That was mine. Took me a lot to break out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it took you a lot to, stand up for yourself too and stop people pleasing.
What do you feel helped you to get out of that?
Out of
Being a rule follower.
when I realized that the rules didn't apply to everybody.
How so?
Like, why am I following these rules that not everyone is playing by? I thought that was so unfair. Yeah. I guess I was always taught to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. And I feel like as a child, you kind of universally understand what is good. Like, you don't hit people, you're good, you're kind, you're respectful, and I'm doing all these things. And I realized that, like, the people who would just do whatever they wanted, they got whatever they wanted. And I was like abiding by the rules, and I'm thinking, I'm good, I gained a sense of like almost like entitlement. Like, I'm good, but why am I not getting this? Like, it's like, oh, I'm good. Why does my boyfriend not treat me right? Or I'm good. Why does the church not, why do they not respect me? Type of thing. Like, it just becomes like you begin to question yourself, and I'm just like, wait, I'm playing checkers and everyone is playing chess. We're playing by different game rules. And so I just learned to play by my rules, like to do what's best, and not in like only my best interest. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not at the expense of anyone else. It's just at my best interest.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
The world ain't fair, and you're just working with the cards you were dealt.
Playing fair in an unfair world is crazy, y'all. Like, thinking that like you're gonna nicely ask for like racism to stop is crazy. That type of thing is what I'm talking about. Like, there was just so much going on in the home that also taught me to really appreciate peace. So much. Like, I always say what goes up must come down. Like, I love the polarity of things. It's like there are many ways to look at something, different angles. And so it was tough growing up in that house, but in that Chamama house. But that taught me like what I want in life, how I want my nervous system to feel, how I want my body to feel. And I kind of appreciate it. I don't think we needed it, but I learned a lot.
I agree. Because we know how it felt to really have chaos every single day. It really did allow us to appreciate peace when we did have it. And now I feel like, for me personally, I have peace every single day now. I love it.
It's an amazing feeling. You know what's funny I thought of? No one ever taught us what peace feels like. How do we know what peace feels like?
I feel like you just know.
Right? I feel like you just know too.
Like, your nervous system is just, you're relaxed, you're safe.
State of mind.
You're well.
Yeah.
You accept things for what they are. You let go of control. You're just chilling, vibing.
Yeah.
You're not as easily phased about things. You're relaxed.
Yeah.
It's nice.
You're not on edge. I love it so much. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Peace. I feel like, I think it was like the end of 2019. I was single at the time, and I finally started feeling more peace in my life. And in Hmong, I know people say it's like Tayang, and sometimes it's Gashelu. And I feel like Gashelu was like 3 great words to describe peace, especially since that season of my life. And I got it tatted on my ribs, and I love it. It's a great reminder. I love peace. Yeah, and maybe, one day we'll do an episode explaining the tattoos we want to explain to y'all and share with y'all. Because we have beautiful stories behind our tattoos. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. And I would also agree with you that, like, having peace is, like, top tier. It's, like, the best feeling ever. Like, happiness is fleeting. Like, y'all, that's just a moment that is here for a little bit and it's gone. But peace is a consistent thing. It is here. It is yours. Like, like, sure, life can get tough, but it's like, that's stuff my peace. You handle things differently.
Mm-hmm.
You look at life differently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you stand a little taller, your chest out a little bit more. You feel okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that you said it was a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
When you put your mind to it, it's hard for that to be shifted because you are set on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, through any circumstances that come your way, it's like, I'm at peace.
Mm-hmm. I feel like happiness is something that, like, we all love to feel and experience, right? But it's so temporary, and people have a hard time even finding happiness, something that is fleeting, because it's elusive, because people are always looking for the next best thing. So peace and gratitude go hand in hand. When you can appreciate the little thing, when those amazing big things come, you appreciate that too. So it's a constant state of appreciation, and it's practicing gratitude. They go hand in hand. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed talking about chaos and peace with us. We know that in the journey of life, there are so many experiences that happen, but we wish you peace, we wish you love and joy, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you.